Hello, everybody. Today I wanted to go into one of the features that we have launched in beta, and it's called software vulnerabilities. So, what we're actually doing here is taking the software inventory that your RMM tool sees and looking at vulnerability databases and then seeing which vendors and products may actually have vulnerabilities associated with them. And there's two ways to view this. The first way is to go to Risk Insights on the left-hand side, and then on the final tab on the right here, you'll see it says vulnerabilities. It's currently in beta. The other area to see this is go to the Clients tab, scroll down to said client, and if you go to the very, very bottom, you'll also see software vulnerabilities down here for that client specifically. So the way that we've decided to organize this is first by vendor and then product. We have a prioritization of these vulnerabilities as well. So there is critical, which is patched within 5 days, routine, which is patched within 30 days, and there's an additional third one called accelerated that's actually going to be patched within 14 days. And so what we do is we look at the version of software that is present, and then we look for any vulnerabilities or CVEs that have been associated with that. So CVE is Common Vulnerability Exploit, and when you click on this link, it actually will take you to the appropriate page in the NIST database that shows what this vulnerability is. And then we have some additional scores here on the right-hand side. So the CVSS is Common Vulnerability Scoring System. This is a standardized scoring system to determine the severity of a potential exploit. And the EPSS is Exploit Prediction Scoring System. So what this tells us is how likely this exploit is to be exploited and taken advantage of in an actual environment. And so these two scores combine and then make up the priority that you see over here on the left-hand side. Now we've added in a third column as well, which can also influence the priority over here, and that's called KEV. And a KEV is a known exploited vulnerability. So basically it just looks at this, and using certain vulnerability databases, we go out there and we see, has that vulnerability been exploited? Is there a known exploited vulnerability for it? And then we report that back to this dashboard. If this answers yes, this increases the score that is used to determine the priority, and then that gives you more insight into that particular environment. So when we click on the actual CVE itself, you can click further down, and you'll also see some resolutions that you can take to go ahead and fix this potential vulnerability, whatever it happens to be. 99% of the time, it's simply going to be to patch whatever software that is so that you can get the most recent security updates for it. But in here, it also will tell you the device name as well that is being affected by that vulnerability at that time. You can see the same thing from the Risk Insights tab on a more global level if you want to. If you scroll down here, go to all software, this will of course show everybody, but then you can also filter by priority if you only want to see critical level patches or anything like that that needs to be done. And you can also show it just for specific products. So if you're not interested in the entire software inventory, you can just do certain products that are showing up within the environments themselves. If you have any questions about any of this, we do encourage you to reach out to your sales rep so we can set up a call and go into more information in the future.